Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good evening. Sean Higgs coming at you. It's late night money. Looking to Sunday action. College basketball. Welcome on into the show. Everybody had a nice Saturday. My Saturday was a mixed results Saturday. Started out really good. I had some losers. I mean, I had Kansas City in the Summit blowing a lead. Terrible. Half-point loser with Niagara. I mean, LSU can't cover a number. Frustrating day. The midday money picks, 6-3. Binghamton, Duke, Lemoyne all fell to cash, but Stony, Bryant, Niagara, Kentucky, Wagner, Texas, all to the window. So that is 41-10 run. It's not too bad. I think that's 81% since February 25th. Mr. Sean Higgs on Twitter. Give me a follow. Sean Higgs YouTube channel. Come say hello. Why wouldn't you? Podcast form all the time. Spotify, Pandora, iHeartRadio, wherever you're watching. Let me put I'll tweet them out here what we got. And listen, if you're on Twitter, you'll read the little message, and I'm going to say it here in the chat. Probably have some more in the morning, obviously. I waiting on some lines. Need some lines to come out. That's why I kind of waited a little bit. I was hitting refresh on some channels, waiting for anything popping up. Whatever. I'll tell you what I'm looking at. One game I did bet, although it's not in the chat, but I'll tell you that anyway. Whatever. It'll be a short one tonight because it's a Saturday night. Let's be honest. People are probably out and about doing their thing. So again, 41-10 run. Rebels pending +6. Give me the under in this Michigan game, 150.5. I think Michigan's toast. I can see Nebraska winning here. Michigan blown out by 20-something, 30 the last two games. Coaching change in the works. Nebraska's, I want to lay it. They just have, 2 road wins? Give me an under here. I mean, are both of these guys, 75-70. You think it's going 75-70? I don't think. We'll go under the total here, under the total. So let's run it down Marco Smith style. We'll run through rotation stuff and then the added games. Purdue Whiskey. Now, I had Illinois the other day. I was looking to get Purdue here, thinking they're home. Let's clinch the championship for the regular season on our home court. Can they still win this by 10 points? Probably. Do I want to get involved with it? No, thank you. Rutgers and Ohio State. Ohio State's playing a lot better. But again, give me the rack. Jersey Mike's, let's go Rutgers. The SMU and UAB. I looked at this one simply because I think everybody's going to be betting on UAB. A lot of Blazer love. The SMU had lost 3 in a row. Then they just won 1. I kind of lean to the SMU, but didn't pull the trigger. Temple, San Antonio. Do you really want to get involved in this mess with Temple? Like, you automatically think you should just take San Antonio if Temple's on the take or there are questionable stuff going on. But is this the game they show up and pull an outright win? Like, just stay away. Stay away. I want to take Indiana at home. I should say I want to. I would lean Indiana at home with the points. Obviously, over this Illinois total here. Where's the defense? 172 will go over. I sort of like the Terps against Penn State. Next one up, rotation style. Here we go. Charleston and Monmouth out of the CAA. I kind of lean a little Charles here. Beat them 94-83 regular season. Monmouth off 67 win here over Campbell. I was going over Charleston's wins. So they won by 11, 23, and 16 last couple games. You're thinking, all right, that's double digits. Seems about right. Then I see an 8-point win, a 4-point win, then 10, 23, and a 1-point win. 8-point and 1-point wins versus William and Mary. So I'm thinking to myself, you know what? Let's erase those because that's maybe William and Mary has their number, or they just play down to one of the worst teams in the league, and it is what it is. So I have 5 or 6 games that they've gone by double digits. This game's an 8.5. Is it a little? Is it a little too high, like 8.5? Do you want to take Monmouth? But anything under 10, even in a tournament type setting here, I just think Charleston is the better squad. If you want to lay with Charleston, I'm not going to say no. I do like Townsend in the points here against Wilmington. 3.5. I'm waiting for this to come up on a couple sides. I got it on one side at 3.5. So I said, sure. You want to give me 3.5 with a little Townsend? I'll take it. But again, we'll see. Stoney and Drexel. We had Stoney today. I'm not sure what I'm doing with the Stoney Drexel game. I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure what to do. Part of me wants to come back on Stoney, but it hasn't drawn me in there. Hofstra and Delaware. You know, going over looking at the teams here, it's like Hofstra's got the 2 good guys in the backcourt, and you got to love guard play. We'll see. We'll see what this line's going to be. What's this going to be? 3, 4? Drake and Idaho. Indiana State. 1 and a 156.5. As much as we've seen some unders here in the Valley, Idaho State could score. You saw them go at it today. Is that 156? Are we talking like an 80 to 70 game here? 80, 75, 70? I want to say under. That might be a tad too high for me. That is a tad too high for my liking, I think. That's, again, did not bet A. I told you what I have going on here, folks. So I'm going to try to let the show go a little while as I go over all these games for you and my initial thoughts here. Sanford and money earning Furman. I like Furman here, and whatever points I'll get, I'll wait for that line to come up, but I'll probably be on Furman. East Tenney and Chattanooga. Give me the Mocs. I'll take some moccasin action there. Appalachian and Arkansas States battling it out. No real feel there. At least that's yet. I took a quick glance. It's 5.5, 146. Texas State going. Again, Sunbelt action. Waiting on the line. We'll see. The Tommies in North Dakota State. I want to take the Tommies. I probably will take the Tommies. They might be in a show tomorrow morning for midday money. We'll see. It's something I got my eye on at 5.5. Omaha and North Dakota. No real feel on that game for you. Eastern Washington. Do I want to lay 11 against Sacramento State? I mean, maybe. I mean, the 10 seed here versus the top dogs, 91-88, 87-67 EW with the wins this year. 4 in a row in the series, 9-10. They've, Eastern Washington's been a pretty good squad for a while now. Coming into the tournament, they have won 2 or 3, but before that, how about a 11-game losing streak? So, yeah, you beat Idaho or Idaho State or whoever you heck could beat. I almost want to lay the 11 here. But there's that. Waiting for Northern Colorado to see their opponent as we're still underway here in Big Sky play. Right? Is that all? Wait, hold a second. The other Big Sky game end yet? I don't even know. Both finals. Okay, so we have a little Idaho State action here, I believe. I mean, come on. Idaho State really want to go. This will be the same kind of nonsense. Idaho State. Big South. Longwood and Asheville. So I wanted Greg. Where's my little sheet here with the Longwood? So Longwood, another win If you watched my son, they had beaten High Point, so you never know. That's why we grabbed a little Asheville future here. So 2 wins their last 3 games versus High Point for Longwood. Excellent work, Longwood. Good job. But what do you really have in the tank here? You were down at the half, 36-29. You're down 7 points. Might seem like a lot, but you're on the road with a team that you just beat on like the last regular season game. Rallied, overtime, back and forth game. You pull out a win versus, High Point couldn't shoot as their own court. You think they'd shoot a little better? I mean, come on, man, 39% in their own home court. What do they got in the tank here for this game against Asheville? Longwood won at home 80-75. Asheville on the road 65-61. A little bit of a better team defensively. Asheville, obviously, they were the 2 seed for the reason overall. Last year, Asheville swept these guys. I'm going to have to say, if I get a Asheville line at a 3, I'll take some Asheville at 3. If it's going to be in above that, which I don't know, man. Maybe this will be a 4.5. I'm looking at a 3. I don't want to go more than 3 with Asheville. And even that, the way I lost. Anyway, let's move on to Stetson and PA. PA's on a hot run of late, 9-1. But again, this time of year, teams are going to be on kind of good runs when you get here. 8-2 and a 10-3 run for Stetson. 83-82 home win for them this year over PA. I want to take the points here. I'm leaning towards taking the points with PA. Again, what am I going to get here? 4-ish? I don't mind that. Colgate and Bucknell, 62-50, 84-73 for Colgate here. A little sluggish today, they were. They haven't really covered a lot in this series. 3-6-1, and they're always a double-digit favorite. Colgate is the class of the Patriot. I don't know if this game will interest me. The Lehigh-Boston game interests me because not only do I have the Lehigh future plus 650, I had them the other day on the road as a 6 seed laying points, and they rolled. Boston beat them twice this year. 64-62 in OT and 72-71. And last year, their final game was a 59-56er. So close games all over. But yet, I see Lehigh as a 1-point fave on an open. I'm interested. Now, I should probably, and the real Sharpie smart guys will be like, hey, you already have a future here. You could kind of hedge yourself out. I'm not a gardener. I'm a bettor. We're just taking Boston for half the price to, I don't know. It's not a lot of money. Southeast Louisiana, New Orleans. I haven't really dug into that one, to be honest with you. And same with Texas A&M, Commerce, and Northwestern State here as we move to the lower conferences there. I just didn't jump into it too much. No Southland for me as of yet, but the night is young. All right, so I ran down to Marcos Minute for everybody. Let's hit the chat, see who's in here. My guy T Money. Will USC be victorious by the time you read this? I sure hope so. I don't know. Let's see. I'm going to hit the refresh on the scoreboard here. And I don't see them at the top, so let's find some Pac-12 nonsense. And USC covers the point spread versus Arizona. Did not go over. See, I looked at that game, and the way USC's playing, I'm thinking, you know what? How about a little overaction in that game? Glad I did not play it. USC knocking off your favorite team, Money. You are an Arizona hater, and it paid off tonight. Groovy's in the house. UAB all the way tomorrow. I mean, the SMU had the win their last game, had lost 3 before that in a row. I just feel like everybody's gonna bet UAB. And where you been, Groovy? I've not seen you in the day show. There's a nice looking man. Hi. He's so handsome. Fernando's in the house. What do you say, my guy? Did you bet the Inter Milan game? It was plus money when it started. Free money. I know I wrote down the free money on Inter Milan. I did not get it. I did not get it in, Fernando. I didn't. By the time I uh, download and upload stuff, I just totally missed it, and I apologize because I wanted to because I wrote it down for that particular reason because I wanted to Inter Milan money line, Inter Series A. I wrote it down. Canes is in the house. Yes, I am on pretty good run here with the show. Groovy says I agree. Indiana's playing great. I don't know if they're let's. I don't know if I'd say they're playing great, but do I want to be on the Michigan State side laying points? No. But 3 straight wins for Indiana where you thought the coach was going to get fired and then all of a sudden he redeemed himself. And, you beat a Wisconsin team. We had Indiana in that spot, and Wisconsin has not been the same since January. You beat a Terps team. I'm going to say, you go win on the road. I always say, hey, on the road, you got to watch out. You go on the road and beat the Terps, and then Minnesota, who's been just a covering machine and a good feel-good kind of story, who thought they were going to be really good. Yeah. I mean, I like Indiana. I mean, Michigan State, they'll do all they can to get Michigan State in the tournament. You know that. They'll be a playing game kind of squad. Dan's rants. How you been, Dan? Give show credit for his run. The same people hating back when he was treading water. Quiet now. He's a good guy to give a shout out to for the tour. And I always say that, right? Like college basketball. It was just here we go. It's just we're not really doing much. We're up, we're down, we're down, we're even, we're down, we're up. And then you hit a run. That's what it's about. That's Dan. I was with Mike and Jeff and Dylan. I popped on Mike POD show, and I was saying, it's a game of it really runs. You have like a streak. I hate to say it's like streaky, but you have your peaks and valleys and stuff, and people think like, oh, you got to hit 60%. I mean, I love to hit 60% all the time. I'm happy with 54%. It's a good run. It's not a good run. You've been here enough, Dan. I don't like to really go crazy and hype up myself, but I mean, 81%. We're at over 50 games. Nice little sample size for what it is during tournament time. I'll take it for sure. I'm not complaining. Thoughts on San Fran, Portland tonight? Little late night action, huh? In the WCC, you're staying up lady. Where's this game? So, the Dons in Portland. Lucky Luke. Are you an Irishman? I'll tell you what, my wife's like, did you get any corned beef for next week? I really don't want any corned beef. I'm not a corned beef guy. I wasn't betting this game. I did not bet this game. I would lean towards an under in this game simply based on San Fran's look at the last couple games. Now, this isn't a St. Mary's defense or a Gonzaga defense or even Santa Clara type team. Portland's not a good team like that, but a slower pace. I believe Portland probably has a shot here. If you want to take 15.5 points of Portland, I would look towards taking the points. Is San Fran just going to come out and explode here after losses in 3 or 4 games? I don't know, Lucky Luke. For me, I have no strong desire. It didn't jump out at me last night during the day. Now, it's not even on my radar. Cruz says, this crazy drunk woman keeps calling me. I told her I got to go to Higgs. Higgs is calling. I came live just in time. I love it. Sorry, man. I got Higgs on the line. I'm glad to save the day, Groovy. I'm going to drop in with the drama. So on to some other games. I cut a chick off a month ago. Next day, this lady is dating another guy who looks like me. Well, hold on. Why? T Money. Why Why are you following her around, bro? Did you cut her off, or did she cut you off? This sounds like you're a heartbroken like little puppy dog. What are we doing here? We got to go late night love lines, relationship advice. Said single and now she's my girlfriend. That's my drama. On to some NCAA talk. What do you think about South Carolina? I'm loving what they're doing, but some tell me they won't last in the tournament. Listen. I said this the other day about South Carolina, and I took a loss on them against Tennessee in that spot. If you're going to keep giving this team points, why wouldn't you take the points with them? Why wouldn't you just take the points? I don't get it. I don't get it. They have 25, 26 wins. What is their record? As much as everybody was loving the Minnesota ATS run, how is South Carolina doing ATS run? They're dogs in every game, and they got 25 wins. I don't know. Listen, the tournament now, they've beaten SEC teams, right? So it's not like they're. Let me pull up their schedule to get a. I know they had the Florida win, they had a Kentucky win. Where is South Carolina at? Lost a close one at home to Tennessee. You beat Florida at home. Ole Miss was, I think, a 20-win team or whatever. You beat them. Auburn squashed you. Tennessee on the road, you won. UK at home, you won. Ugly loss to Alabama. Lost at Clemson. A neutral win over Grand Canyon. Not much meat on the bone there, as the saying goes. But you beat Tennessee, you beat Florida, you beat Kentucky. You have to be thought of as at least a halfway decent team. You're 13-5 in conference play. The best team went 14-4. Auburn, UK, Alabama. You talk about those teams. Everybody's 13-5. They have the best record at 25-6. Better win percentage than Tennessee, who's 24-7. I think if we're getting points in these games, why wouldn't we be taking the points in the tournament with South Carolina? Okay, I got to see how the bracket breaks out. Think they're Goodwill coach overall, not for March. Yeah, I don't know how well they'll do in March, but we'll see how it is. Keep losing days small, take your even days, and sack the hot start. That's what people don't understand, Dan. Like, you're gonna have losing days, but as I say, like, people think TikTok and Instagram and all stuff's like just, oh, look at this, it's wins. Yeah, but I come on here, and I was saying to Mike Pod and the crew, I'm like, I really don't get a lot of like troll people coming in and subtweeting and trolling kind of stuff because I say I lose. Because you're gonna lose. They're not winners all the time. It's a battle every day, and that's why it's tough to stay around for a long time. Indiana State, we believe in you tomorrow. You like Indiana State tomorrow? T-Money says, you cut her off when I got mad and we argued. I was just keeping up with her on Facebook. Wife, bro, get rid of that, man. It's like your tax returns. You get rid of them after a couple of years. Vinny Guacamole. Vinny. I don't even know what the score to UNLV is game. Can we get a UNLV score, folks? UNLV plus 6. I don't know what the score is. I go 6-4, Vinny. That is 60% on the day. You should not have lost money. That's number one. Any person coming in anytime in the last how many days I've 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. The last 14 days, 2 weeks. If you came in and said, "Who do you like today?" and I said, "I like A, B, C, and D," or just L and Q and R and P, it wouldn't make a difference. You'd be up money. Don't get upset. We got a guy, Vinny. I don't want to say his name. I know he is. Came in. Oh my goodness. High point. You're the loser. You're the 18-4. They covered the game. You don't worry about it. Maybe they'll come back. Anybody got a score for me here? I got 3 comments since I asked for the score. Nobody's got a score for UNLV. I don't win them all, Vinny. I'm sorry. When you find that guy who wins every game, or gal for that matter, please let me know. I'd love to win every game. We got, is it O'Brien's in the house? I saw a Facebook like, I had to check it out. Excellent. Nathan lost my butt today, Higgy. 3, 4, and 2 out of 3 bad parlays. Best way to go 3-1 is a 14 parlay, Nate. Although you hit them sometimes. You know me. I'm not into that's tough going 3-1 and losing money. I stayed up for one free pick. What the heck? I was saying to Mike and Jeff and Dylan, I'm like, man, I said I really have nothing for tonight's show. I'm waiting on a couple lines to come out. And Kev, if you listen, go back earlier, I ran down all of the games. I went through the Marcos minute style, and I told you where I'm looking at a couple of these games. I'm going to listen tomorrow morning. We do midday money. I'll come in. There'll be more plays. I mean, like I said, Towson, Furman, Chatty, the Tommies, Asheville. There's some games out here I like. PA. I'm waiting for some numbers on some stuff. Memphis broke my heart. I knew we would like Florida Atlantic. Yeah, Memphis had it, but my favorite coach, Penny, can't coach defense. I told you that's the problem. The talent is there. He just can't get it. What are you gonna do? You're gonna lose some games there. FAU's a good. Can we give FAU a little bit of credit? Everybody wrote them off when they had a couple losses. I mean, last year they were on the hunt. This year they're the hunted. It's a different mentality. You get everybody's best game all the time. It is what it is. I mean, FAU is still a pretty decent team. The Gauchos second half, and they bent over and took it. The Gauchos. Well, hey, listen, I got hit on all my late games. I couldn't pick anything. UNLV is down 10, 5 minutes left. Thank you, Team Money. We stayed up for April communication and figuring out looks together. Free picks are for tomorrow. I do add some in here to the chat at night though. Sometimes I do add them to the chat. It's just when we got to remember here now. There's a bunch of tournament games that the lines come up as I'm not gonna sit here and just have quietness. I'm by myself. I don't have like 5 guys working behind the scenes updating lines for me and tell me what's up. Galactic, we're down 10. Well, maybe we could battle back here. I'm getting sick, so down 10 with 4 minutes ago. I might. Who knows? I could still pull this one out here. We might still get this. And if you don't make money going 6-4, let me pull Galactic off. If you don't pull money going 6-4, I can't help you. I know, Kev. Listen. I said to myself, it wasn't to myself. It was to my son at at breakfast today. I said, I'm going to have like 10 games today. I said, tomorrow, people are going to turn on the show. It'll be like 2 picks up. Like, what happened here? There's no games. But that's the way it is, Kev. A few days ago, I think on Tuesday, maybe it was, or Wednesday, whatever day I was with Advis, and I went through and I broke them down day to day each games. Like some day there was 1 game or 2 games or 3 games. Other days on the weekend there was like 7. So depending on the schedule, it varies. Asheville is hot. I like Asheville. Again, I told you, I'm looking for Asheville at a 3 spot though. I need Asheville at 3 at least. Not at least. That's what I'm hoping to get him at. I don't know. Why do I think it's going to be a 4? But we'll see. We will see. Same with Townsend. I'm looking to get down on Townsend. I'm looking to maybe little Austin, PA. 3:33 left. 3:33 left in the game. Thank you, Galactic. I need to bankroll replenish Thursday. At least I get paid weekly. Why by Thursday, bro? You got tournament games on Tuesday. First basket tomorrow, NBA game. First basket. The first basket king, Gianni. A little Gianni, 450. I like the over in this game. I made a shorty. Listen, if you do YouTube shorts or whatever, go look for Sean Higgs and just play my shorty over and over again so it gets 1,000 views. All right, listen. I'm waiting on lines. I'm gonna maybe look into some other games here. I told you the ones I sort of like. Am I gonna move on them? Possibly. I want to. I want to take Furman. I'm looking for Furman as a nice dog here. Hopefully, I get at least 3.5, 4 points of money earning Furman. Chatty, I don't want to lay too much with. Right now, just the under the Michigan game. I'm sorry. I don't just put games in the chat to put games in the chat. Even if I was on a 10 and 20 run, it would be the same. For newer folks, I know I got a lot of newer people coming in and watching on Twitter because I see the Twitter views are ridiculous now. They're a lot higher than what they've ever been. But if you say when I pop up comments of people in chat, the chat people tell you, win or lose, the plays vary. Big schedules, Saturday college hoops, like what's that, Tuesday or Thursday has a lot of games. There's obviously more free picks those days. I put more picks up in the chat. Limited basketball. I'm gonna have to add my Bucks free pick up here for tomorrow too. So there'll be an NBA play here, Milwaukee. Milwaukee will be in the chat, and NBA in the video. I am 42 and 35 plus 590 for the entire season. That'll give you a reference to how often I bet NBA. So we are on a 41 and 10 run the last 2 weeks. For the entire season of NBA, we are 42 and 35 plus 590. Background's been crippled. I like to make the $1,500 bets. They've been beating me bad lately, Higgy. $4 monthly car payment is almost over. Oh, so then you got an extra 4 bills to play with. Oh, Nathan. All right, I'm going to get out of here. There's work to do. I like the Michigan under tomorrow. That's the free pick for now. Again, I do the Midday Money Show at noon tomorrow. Tune in. Let's see something real fast. Who's going off the board tomorrow? I sort of like Charleston in that noon game. I said, double digits. It is what it is. Am I going to like double digits? I don't think so. We got the noon game with Asheville. I'm looking at Asheville in this game when the line comes up. Here we go. I see a 2.5 at FanDuel. You want to put that as a chat play? I'm betting this. FanDuel right now, 2.5. NC Asheville minus a 114 up from a 110. It's going to go to 3 no doubters because that's what DK has it at. I am getting a 2.5 because if you don't have multiple books, boy, you're going to have some heartbreak sometimes. The half points add up. Listen, you hear about my great run now? I could tell you about terrible 75 games losing by a half point to 1 point because books are different. Find multiple places to bet at. I will see everybody tomorrow, or actually today, because it is 11:38 or 12:38, or it could be 9:38 if you're on the West Coast. Either way, midday Money tomorrow. Hope to see you there. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Come into the Sean Higgs channel. Thank you. Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs. Give me a follow if you haven't already. Comments always welcome. Twitter or here. I'm out of here. That's it.